Hi everyone, it's King Terry the first. Um, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys seeing God's grace every day in your life, and I hope you guys are having a spirit of gratitude. Yes. Today I want to talk about humbleness. I want to talk about kindness. I want to talk about love. Um, it's a busy world. It's a very, very busy world where we live every day, where we strive every day to to keep the hustle going. I don't like using the word hustle. Yeah, but just for your sake, I'll use the speech patterns that we are used to. Yeah, because in this journey of realizing that life is very spiritual, you'll get to understand that words are very, very, very powerful. So always filter words, always filter the type of words you choose. Always choose, yeah, very right and correct words, because there's so much energy in words. There's so much creation that take place whenever we speak out. Yeah, the universe is always listening to whatever signals we're transmitting, and the universe will always do its best to grant us our heart desires, or whatever that we vibrate most, whatever that we think most or say most, because words are thoughts. Yeah, but that's not the subject for today. Yeah, I'm talking about humbleness, guys. Like I said, that is a busy world. We may be very occupied with our business dealings every day, very occupied with our life challenges, very occupied in fulfilling our mission, our purpose, our task, our desires. But we shouldn't forget the most important element: being humble. Being humble, caring, loving, and forgiving. Never ever take the presence of people in your life for granted. And never ever take for granted anyone, even if they are not part of your family or part of your cycle. But just generally treat people with kindness, because sometimes you never know if it was your last day of talking to them, if it was your last opportunity of seeing them. So leave a mark wherever you find unsettlement, where you find war, when you find, how will I put it, where you find a negative energy, be the difference. Be the difference there. Be the difference. Be the fragrance of the world. Be the salt. I know it's not easy. It's not easy because people will always treat you opposite to what you treat them. People will always be people. But you and I, we have a choice to react differently. I always say that we're living from inside out. So be the expression of the peace that is in you towards any person, towards children, towards strangers, towards anyone, your colleagues, because the world has set its own standard. They've set their own standard, their own system. You see, work culture doesn't mean it's human. We tend to treat each other very bad. Say in workplaces, because of different pressures that we have, because of not understanding one another, because of our internal battles that are happening background, we come in these public spaces where we meet one another and we just create more damage. We just create more damage to people. So I'm tasking you and I today that let's be different. Just think, pause and think. It's difficult. Believe me, I'm not even myself doing well in this subject. I'm not even doing well in this subject. Every time after I've had like maybe a negative interaction with people, even at work, I think mostly at work, it will hit me to say I shouldn't allow the external environment to detect on how I relate with people, how I interact with people. I should always be living from inside out. I should always having the consciousness of love, peace, and humbleness. Because this anxiety, this anger, especially anger, let me talk about anger, especially anger. Anger is very bad because it's one of the devices that Satan uses. Anger is natural. Anger is natural. But it gives access to Satan. He uses it to put you into more trouble. Most of the people, and didn't say all, most of the people who act out of anger and do things out of anger, they regret immediately. People who beat their wives, people who kill people, people who fight. You just realize after fighting that I've acted foolishly. I think most of you who are on these road rages and whatever, after you've done whatever that you've done, you've reacted, you just realize that you have affected your energy, you have affected your day going forward just because of one motorist who saw things differently from you. You realize if you let it slide and let him or her be a hero, it's just a second. Believe me, it's second. So your life and your energy would have been remain positive, but you will give a doorway. So by anger, when I say it invites Satan, Satan normally will capitalize on it because he will cause you to act under that anger. And you can do things that can alter your life or someone else's life permanently. Do you understand? You didn't plan to pull out a pistol and shoot someone. But because you have entertained the feeling that started inside, then you have reacted on the feeling. Then that way you have opened a doorway for Satan and his associates. You have given them access into your life. Then they will work on the situation. By the time you snap out, you are in so much trouble that you don't even know how to reverse it. You realize that I should have took a different decision. I should have reacted differently. I shouldn't even have reacted. I wouldn't be in this mess. I wouldn't be in this position that I'm at. Do you understand? So every day, be the difference. Be kind. The world is not kind. Believe me, the world is not kind. And there are people who are used by Satan so strongly, that they even deserve his name. Do you understand? But these people, if you allow them, they will drag you along. You see? They will drag you along. So preserve your energy, protect yourself always, protect yourself and protect those around you. Do you understand? So everyone will say, I'm telling you, even fighting a person who's fightless, if you ever you fight a person who's fightless, you feel foolish because they don't have a fight in them. Do you understand? But if you always have a fight within you, the more the devil gets excited, and the more the universe also grants you what you wanted. Do you understand? Because there are laws in the world. Believe me, there are laws. These laws, they work irrespective whether you're a Christian or not. You don't have to be a Christian like me for some laws to function in your life. Irrespective whether you are ignorant of them, irrespective of you know them or you don't know them, you've been taught about them or you haven't been taught about them, whether you argue against them or you don't. These laws, they work. If you stand on the building, you won't go in, you do not fall down. You'll be pulled down. Gravity will pull you. Do you understand? You don't fall. You don't fall. You can't fall. Fall on what? Gravity pulls you down, pulls you to the ground, or pulls you to the next level. Do you understand? Pulls you to the next level. So whether you believe gravity or not, you stand on top of a 10-story building, just jump, then tell me if gravity won't work. You see? So same, like this is not just you can't see it. You can't touch gravity. You can't touch it. So these are spiritual laws that work. So same like love, same like giving. Do you understand? It's a law. It's a law on its own. You start functioning in positivity, in humbleness, in love, the more you're gonna attract situations that are similar to that. The more God is going to bring similar situations. I'm telling you, it's even there in the Bible. It's even there in the Bible. Things on what to meditate on. It's even there. You see, I believe it's Philippians. I think it's Philippians 3, if I'm not mistaken. It's there. Do you understand? To tell you what are the things that you should meditate upon. You say anything that is of a good report, anything that is lovely, anything of a good virtue. Those are the things that should be in your mind. Anything of a good report. So are you having a good report in your mind now? Are you having a good report? Are you thinking about good report? Are you thinking about things that are lovely? So What you meditate, it will tell you how is your state of mind, how you're feeling. Do you understand? It will the quality of your thoughts determines your life, whether we believe it or not. Whether we believe it or not, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So just imagine you can have a very bad day, but someone will make you laugh. How is it your body that? How is it that you are able to laugh? How is it? Don't you ask yourself? You're hungry. There's no food, but someone can come and tell you something. Your mind grasp that. Your mind for a second or 2 seconds will forget about food, process the information that this person just spoke, and you will laugh. Do you understand? Because your thoughts are now on what he's saying, on the news that he's saying. So you can imagine that if you were to think about those thoughts more, it means than being depressed more, you're gonna think about positive things more. And again, the power of acceptance. Accept people for who they are sometimes. I know we all of us want to change the world. Me too. We all want to change the world. We all want to change how people are. But the change starts with accepting people for who they are. Accept them with their weaknesses. Other things are not for you to change them. Other things are for you to pray. To pray about them. Don't enforce your change on people. Don't manipulate people. Don't manipulate people. Influence people. Do you understand? Be a positive influence. Let them aspire to be like you. To understand? Yes, speak life, like I said. Be the light, be the salt. They themselves are the ones that will be looking for you. To understand? Because they know that when I'm around so and so, I have this very positive energy. You understand? I have this very, my thoughts shuts a bit. I forgot about all of my struggles and everything. Do you understand? So accept people for who they are and how they were made to be. Then be the difference. Then that difference that you are, people will inspire to be, will aspire, so will aspire to be like you. Will aspire to, they want to understand why you're so different, why you're so peculiar. You see, why are you so kind? How is it that you're so loving? Even though we're not treating you right. You understand? It's not about money. It's not about money. It's not about money. I hope I get to talk about this one day. Especially some of you who are parents who think it's about money. It's not about money in most of the things. Don't take me wrong. Money answers all things. Do you understand? But it shouldn't be your measure of showing love and everything. Your presence means a lot. Do you understand? So today I'm just urging you to be kind, to love people, to act kindly, to love our kids. Love children, guys. Love children. Most of you don't love children. So if we're not showing love to these kids, we're not showing them kindness, we're not being humble to these children. Remember, these children are the future. What kind of a world you leaving behind? Do you understand that? Lay a foundation. Lay foundation so that our children, they grow up knowing what is being human. Do you understand? Knowing what is being human. They will only know that learning from us. Do you understand? Learning from how we were treating them. So I urge you that may this week be filled with love. May this week be filled with kindness. May you be the light. May you be the salt. Preserve. May you be the reference point. May you be that person that everyone leans on. May your shoulder be strong enough for everyone to hold on to. May you be the difference in your workplace. May you be the difference in that taxi, in that bus. May you be the difference in your family. May you be a difference in your school, in your varsity. May you be this positive atmosphere. May you be this one of a kind. May you be peculiar. May you be different. Refuse. Let's not allow the devil to turn us to be like everyone else. Let's love one another. See, let's tell so many people how much we love them. I know people who say you don't mean it. Say it until you don't say it. Yeah. If you don't speak it to them until it's going to be your nature to love them. Speak it so much that it will end up happening in your life that nothing else you can give but love. Do you understand? Don't be discouraged by your flaws, by your mistake, that today you reacted negatively. Now you're judging yourself that you're a bad person. No. We all have our weak points. We all lose it sometimes. I lose it too. We all lose it. Do you understand? So let's be courageous. Let's be courageous. Let's not give up in being different. Let's not give up in being the salt and light to the world. Let's carry the message of love, the message of kindness. Be the love, be the person that children can run to. Nowadays, there's barely anyone. We used to run at some people. We used to run at some parents. There are people who used to, when they show up, they're from work or wherever they show up, we used to run towards them, though we were not even related to them. So be that person who's going to be different. Be that person who's going to be loving, that kids can run to. Our kids no longer have a safe haven because we're so harsh. They didn't even do anything. They don't even know. They just brought into this world that is so cold, that we're making it to be so cold. It shouldn't be a cold world. It shouldn't. Let the warmth from our hearts. Let's spread the warmth from our hearts to this world. Let's spread the love. Let's be kind to one another. I'm speaking to you and I'm speaking to myself. We ain't holy, all of us. We ain't perfect, all of us. But God is perfecting us every day. That's why we're sharing this message today. That's why we're talking about it now, because God is in a business of perfecting us. Do you understand? We are a work in progress. You are a work in progress. Myself, I'm a work in progress. I'm not even a fraction I'm not even a quarter of a person that I want to be. Do you understand? I have mistakes. I lose it. But that shouldn't discourage us from trying every day to be better. Do you understand? Ask a person who's in a gym, who goes to gym every day. Just because you can lift up 40 kg doesn't mean you won't eventually. You keep on trying. You keep on regaining your strength with the little things that you are able to lift up. The little weights, small weights that you are able to carry, they are building your strength so that you can carry the 40 kg. So don't be discouraged because you didn't do it perfectly, because you were so rude to this other person. Then you think there's no point of trying to be humble. I'm saying you are never. Okay. What I'm trying to say is that you can never ever be perfect in one day, in one practice. It takes a practice. For you to see that muscle, you must gym every day, eat well every day, support your body to grow to that level. So I'm saying to you, even now, just because you did bad yesterday, just because someone knows you as this evil person, doesn't mean that that's how God sees you. God knows your heart, and God knows your reasons why you acted the way you acted. That is why today He's speaking to you and I, to understand. He's speaking to our hearts to improve. To improve. We are students of this life. We are students of this world. We are students of God. Do you understand? God has begun the work in us. So every day we build one another. He's in a business of building us. So let's be God's love to the world.